Hey Sagittarius, EverlongMystic here. So today we're gonna get you a message. My voice is a little bit more hoarse than usual. It still isn't back to 100%, but that's okay. It's been a while, and we need to get you a message. I'm gonna use a couple Starman cards just because I had them out and I thought they would go well with the musical alchemy of astrology. Alright, this is the third version of the prototype deck, still being worked on. Just a little odds and ends, I think. Alright, Sagittarius. Oof. Whoa. I'm not taking this, but Eros says hi. Alright, so I'm getting the impression of like some phases here, because I'm looking at the backs of the cards. So it's like you go from being energized to being a little bit closed off in order to get to some kind of safe space here. And here it's like, and you've got like almost the opposite going on down here, where you have like feeling a bit isolated, and then like contemplating the meaning of something, like or the meaninglessness of something, or you know what I mean. And then to being very aware. So it's interesting. I like it, but it's very wavy. So in order to just clarify just some of the stuff on the backs here, I'm going to use a little bitty oracle deck here called the Gentle Chaos. It's like a little pocket oracle. I bought it for myself for Christmas, and I don't know if I've ever used it in one of these readings. So I'm not familiar with all the cards, but we have the teeny tiny book we could look at. Alright, Sagittarius. Again with the enchantment. Wow. I think you're the third sign in a row, even recording on different days, that's getting this enchantment card. That is really cool. That must be a theme in the collective right now, as far as just how like it's like you appearing as enchanting, the enchantment of you enchanting others, kind of thing. And I can see how that, like being in that energy of enchantment, it is a bit energizing. It gives you some fresh thoughts. It's illuminating. Oh, the forest floor. Now that seems like there's some richness here. That's interesting, because down here in this whole like meaningless type section, it talks about cold and wet, blunt, dense, and immobile. This is definitely an elemental card here, like, you know, air, water, earth, whatever. This is one of the elements kind of coming through. So I do want to read the book just to see what the symbolism is in the little book on the forest floor. See what they have to say. Okay, so it says here the forest floor is a reminder that everything is connected. Oh, and there's a little poem. There is magic here in the veins of every plant, running under every fern and throughout the forest floor. And that is a hint. I think Patrick was just talking about, my dear friend Patrick was just talking about mushrooms and the mycelium and stuff. And I remember commenting on one of his live streams that, yeah, it's like the mycelium is like the earth brain, and it's coming into play here with this forest floor. It's almost like this I am closed. It's not so much being closed off to everything as it is like, you know, maybe enforcing a boundary so that you can really get connected. You know what I mean? Because we end with this awareness down here. Oh, the imagined place. Oh, that, I don't know, I'm getting like fairy, fae vibes with this. The imagined place. And it's funny because it's coming out under this I am safe, right? And a lot of times, like, a lot of us have this safe space, and it could very well just be this imagined place that we can just kind of go to, you know, like in the ethers or what have you, or in your imagination. But let's see what the little book says about the imagined place. Just kind of want to get any messages at all that may be for you. All right, so the author of this deck says, I built this decrepit, pink and purple, narrow Victorian home in my imagination. Inside, goblins live under the bed, the staircase comes alive at night, and the rooms switch places occasionally. The mysteries continue to unfold organically the more time I spend thinking about this house. The imagined place reminds us to feed and indulge our imagination, and that doing so may provide the answers we need in life as well. Allow yourself to get in there, Sagittarius. Daydream a little bit. All right, so let's flip some cards. Here with the Prince of Wands again. This guy's already shown up once before. So this has something to do with your environment, Sagittarius, where it's like there's a part of you that is raring to go. You are maybe feeling energized, right? Maybe feel like enchanting a few. Raring to go, almost in a slightly premature way. But really it's about not quite seeing everything that's, not quite seeing all the ingredients, or not seeing everything in the environment, because this figure here is not noticing the, they're not noticing who's watching. There are a couple watchers in the background, and I don't think this person is aware. And also there is, I mean, there's figures all over the place, and I don't know that, I get this feeling like they don't know that they're there. So it's like, look around to see what's around you, know your audience kind of thing. But it's also like, you know, awareness, be aware. And I love that you're, with the backs of the cards, you're ending on being aware. So I don't see this as a problem. more as a hey, remember, look, see what's around you. Because there's this little fox-looking thing down here, and like fox, a lot of times will represent, um, a little sleight of hand or deception or what have you. So, what do we have next here? Rot. All right, so we have rot. It's decomposing old patterns here, and it may not be the prettiest thing, but every once in a while, it needs to be paid attention to. Sometimes we need to renew things. Sometimes we need to let something rot so that we can grow something else. Like there are, cycles and such. For the purpose of a new tune, because that's the musical note here, a new tune. Aha, solar eclipse. I love this. So we have the solar eclipse coming out here, and we are approaching eclipse season again. And solar eclipse all about galactic opportunities. There is gosh, it's almost like there's a little bit of excitement involved with this too. It's suspenseful, like that feeling when you feel like something exciting is going to happen, but you have no idea. Like there's nothing around you currently that justifies it. That's this feeling that I'm getting from this card right now. Oh, this has come out quite a few times already. The moon in Capricorn. Man, I don't even know. When is the moon? Someone tell me. When is the moon going to be in Capricorn next? Because it has come out a lot. And it is 37, which is a 10, which is like cycle-y, complete-y, you know what I mean? But it's talking about competent inner values. And what I really love about this card is it mentions the beat of the metronome, and uh, for me, the metronome, it just seems very um reliable, I guess, like something you can count on, and it keeps you on track, and it's just very, I don't know, something about that. But you could also like almost meditate to it. Like when a couple years ago, I took a little class on shamanic journeying, and like it's like there's that drum beat, and it's like very steady, and it's very similar to it's just it's just like a very steady beat, and what it does is it kind of occupies your mind so that you can go into the journey better. It helps you meditate too. Perhaps that's a way you can get to your imagined place, just like with a steady beat. Something to distract your mind while, your consciousness can do its thing, right? So here, oof. All right, we have 10 of Swords. Well, it's not so oof because, we have rot, right? We are decomposing. We're letting something just be, like, complete, right? We've got this 10 over here for completion. And the 10 of Swords, that's saying, yeah, it's something is meant to rot. An old pattern is meant to decompose. And you're to maintain your cool-headedness here because there's like this opportunity coming for you. Yeah. This is saying it will end. There's not really coming back from the 10 of Swords. You don't go reverse back into the other swords. You're done, and then you start with Ace. You know what I mean? Oh, nice. So this actually seems like an opportunity as well. We have a conjunction here, and It is about connecting with something, right? We've got merging focused intentions, a collaboration of sorts. We do have a musical collaboration here, and also the music note in tempo, and that's kind of similar to this energy over here with getting to your imagined place. But it's mutually intensifying, and I feel like this solar eclipse is also, this energy is, it's intensifying, it's getting stronger. And it's that, but it's a little bit exciting though. So I'm wondering for you if there is, like, during this eclipse season, number one, it seems as if there is something to be excited about. And you may even be able to tap into that, just the feeling of it. But there's something like you're meant to connect with something here. I mean, it talks about coming together in kinship, like maybe you get together with some friends, or maybe you get a little bit closer with someone you're already connected with. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities with this. Oh yeah, the element is earth here. I mean, that makes sense. Earth with the forest floor, because it's the brain, like like the mycelium, the brain of the earth. And I like how solid this is, because we have pragmatic physical truths. It's it's like a hefty dose of reality, but not like in a super shocking way. Because it's very, the earth is very grounding, right? It's very grounding. It talks about cellular grounding, and kind of like this nice resonance with with the earth, nature, that kind of thing. And there's a lot of stability here, which I really like. So we've got a lot of stability here with this earth, and we also have stability here with this moon in Capricorn. Oh, Pholus. Check this out. Man, this looks amazing. Look at the artwork on this. So cool. So, we have... So what was this? I'm aware. So, I really do feel like, as far as like the end of the message, you're ending this in an awareness of some sort. And like the first thing on the card, acceptance of fate, creation. We also have psychic sophistication and radical shifts. I don't know how radical the shifts are going to be. I think that depends on the individual, because you got that whole free will thing, and not every Sagittarius is the same. I know a ton of them, and they are not the same. They're not all the same. But Pholus, though, it's the law of unintended consequences. So this is, I mean, this can be a little shocking. It's interesting how we've got this earth here, which is very, like, not shocking. It's not freaky deaky. It's like, it's very solid. It's like, you can even find a little comfort in it, right? But, then it's followed by Pholus, which is very shocking. It's like the music here, a sudden cymbal crash, like cymbals crashing together, like this could be like an epiphany or something. But whatever it is, it's like you're gonna feel it you're gonna feel it. It's all about the nervous system here. I almost feel like I need to pull an extra card. Because the law of unintended consequences, whenever I read that, like if I pull this card for myself, I get nervous, and it's kind of funny because it's about the nervous system, but I get nervous. I'm like, dude, don't give me anxiety. What, am I doing something wrong? Like I start doubting myself and blah blah blah. I feel like we need some reassurance here, just if there are any of you out there that, like, oh no, what consequences am I gonna face, or whatever. I just feel like we need an extra. We'll just get an extra, you know what, no, let's pull a Lifruma. Let's do that. Put my candle lid down. Alright, let's just get one Lifruma card. Unintended consequence for Sagittarius. Clarification on unintended consequence. Oh, we have tear. Nice. Proto-God is so old that time has smelted all emotions within. That's interesting because we have smelted, which is similar to a wrought energy, but it's much more hot. It's a lot more heated, which is kind of, maybe that's the Sagittarius part of it. You know what I mean? War and fury have been hammered, reformed, made over, recreated, refashioned through the compassion to understand all shadows, all destinies as part of the whole. Now that's interesting that it mentions shadows, because even within this somewhat comfortable and stable earth, energy here, it does talk about black bile. And the shadow part of this card is the part that you got, the I am meaningless. North, dead in winter, cold and wet, blunt, dense, immobile. All are born to find peace with all elements. And so perhaps it might be a little bit easier for you to find a little peace in this earth element. Or maybe you get used to it because you practice. Not sure, but this nervous system, which would be air element, is going to kind of shock you, like jumping into some cold water or something. You know what I mean? All destinies as part of the whole, under the tutelage of Tyr, all blows, all hammer clangs, and all strikes glow from the flow of love's breath. He offers to all life. Wisdom is beauty and compassion, ageless. So that last sentence there, I think that is the awareness that you kind of come away from this experience with. Very cool. All right, this is your message, Sagittarius, the bard, hero of the heart. I will see you next time. Thanks for being here. Bye, Saggy.